Hello, my name is Nathan, and I just created this channel, and it is Thunder Up Talk. So I am a diehard Thunder fan, and I thought it'd be a great idea to create a channel. That way I can talk about one of my passions. Ultimately, I would like to incorporate this channel, talk about the Thunder with friends, bring different people on here, and discuss players, discuss recent games, championships, hopefully in the future, parades, all of the above, off seasons, trades, free agency, all that stuff. I'll keep it pretty hyper local and focused to the Thunder, but I love all things NBA and basketball in general. So that is my hope and thought process for that. And again, it will be called Thunder Up Talk. So before I get started and really start doing a lot of videos more consistently, I thought I would kind of share my story. So I have been a basketball nerd my whole life. I fell in love with basketball in fourth grade. My best friend in fourth grade, his dad taught me and him how to shoot on a basketball goal. And I just fell in love. And so I still play actually every other week with a great group of friends of mine. And I love playing basketball. I love watching basketball. I played all through grade school, middle school, high school. Obviously never good enough to be in college, but it's still fun all the same. So I grew up in Kansas for a little bit and in Arkansas. So both were rural. So didn't really have a team close, and even Oklahoma City wasn't around at that time. So I was a Lakers fan. I know, boo. That's kind of how I feel now. But really, I was a Kobe Bryant fan. So I love the way he played. I love how hard he played. I still do. I don't think there are too many other players who love the game of basketball more than Kobe Bryant. And definitely respect that. So growing up, I had really one opportunity to watch basketball. It was on Sundays on ABC after Christmas. That's when the game started. So of course, Laker games were on all the time. So I watched a lot of Lakers, San Antonio, Detroit Pistons, all those old school teams in the mid to early-ish 2000s. But then I got married, my wife, who is from Oklahoma City. We ended up moving to Oklahoma City in 2014, almost 2015, and I had gone to a few games over the years of us dating through college, and was starting to kind of get on board. But it made it really easy. I think that's around the year that Kobe retired, and I moved here. So at that point, late 2014, beginning of 2015, I went all in. Said it's time to be a Thunder fan. I'm gonna live here, and it's a great organization. And so, ever since then, 11 years ago, I've been a diehard, 100% in. I've probably watched 98% of all of the basketball games since then. Because I just love hoops, love basketball, and I love my Thunder now. So, and just went through, it was a crazy start because that was KD's last year. That was the start of us being up against the Warriors 3-1 and losing that. And on and on and on. From Russ's MVP year to getting Melo and PG, where we ultimately failed and underachieved. But to the tanking years, and here we are now to the championships. So I've been really wanting to talk about Thunder for a long time, and I finally decided to do it. I kind of wish I would have done it several years ago, but here I am. I'm excited, and I look forward to just talking Thunder consistently. And again, I hope to bring some friends on and talk Thunder and NBA. So I wanted to talk about a couple things, and then I will end this one. So I was lucky enough and privileged enough to be able to go to game 2, and it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. I went with my wife and my baby, and we had the big earphones on him and have some really cute pictures of him. But yeah, it was the loudest game I've ever been to. It was the most energy. I wish I would have been there for game 7 or game 5. But yeah, game 2 was still extremely fun. And I would like to say I was there for us to get back on track, because obviously we lost game 1 of the finals. And that was the first win of the series in the finals. So at least I get to say I was part of that. One thing I vividly remember is, so one of the things that, everyone does is yell "Lou" when when they announce his name. And before the game, there's like a little pre-game video, and the "Loos" were very loud. They were louder for that pregame video than they were for a normal game when they are announcing his name. And I just turned to my wife and said, "It's going to be really loud." And I was, so ecstatic. There was a row of people affiliated with the Pacers near us, and that was really cool. In fact, I think one of the ladies in front of us was married to one of the Pacers coaches. So that was cool. We talked, and they're super kind, very nice. So that was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. I think back to when I was 12 years old, and I couldn't even imagine being able to go to a game, let alone go to a finals game and root for a local team that won a championship. So, it's just crazy. I also went to the parade, and to have that many people come together for kind of a common goal, a common purpose, something extremely positive, is so rare. I really don't know too many other instances where that big of a group of people can come together for kind of one cause. And obviously, we all love our Thunder, the basketball players, the organization, and I'll talk about all of that later on down the road for sure, all the players and games. But it's just such a big thing for the city to come together, and I was just so grateful, thankful, and it just made me think about how blessed and lucky I am to be in the city. And I know that's how I think most Thunder fans, most people around felt. I talked to quite a few people. When you're surrounded by people there 2 hours, 3 hours early before the parade even begins, you kind of become buddies with people and start talking with them and hearing their stories and what they remember. And it's just a really cool thing. So, I'm excited to get going, talking about the details of, there's a lot going on with free agency in the NBA. Obviously, our draft picks, and I'll talk about that. Shea just got a bag, and he deserves every penny of it, becoming the highest paid player in the NBA. And again, it's just so cool that someone in our city that represents us is kind of part of history like that. So with that, I'll end it, and I will talk to you next time. Thunder up.